Thank you so much. Good morning. My name is Laura Lindberg, and I live in Etobicoke. And after a career in large companies, I now run a very small company, and I do workshops on climate solutions and behavior change. First thing I need to say is I am so proud of this city's climate strategy, especially the accelerated deadline of 2040. And I think it's just that you had the foresight to see that that would be the new deadline for all developed countries. And we really have no choice. And now the hard part, making it happen and bringing residents along with you. I came here today mainly just to let you know that I am with you. Taking action on climate is the most important issue to me, to my family, and to all of the neighbors that I engage in conversation. I understand that there will be hard choices to make. Certainly we need that parking levy. Maybe we need more and higher user fees. Maybe we need to sell green bonds. I want all of our choices to be informed by their climate impact. So I stand with you, and I will continue to engage with everyone I can to support what you are doing on climate. A carbon budget is a great idea. Everyone can understand a budget and why it's important not just to have a budget, but to follow it. When I spend more money than my budget has, I pay the consequences, right? I pay interest on my credit card, or I have to give up something else that I want. I see the city's carbon budget working in a similar fashion, but with a very important difference. If we overspend the carbon budget, we don't pay the consequences. The penalties and the interest go to our kids, our grandkids, and all of nature, and that's not fair. I fully support the two recommendations. One, to adopt and put into law the carbon budget governance model, and two, the new policy on offsets to make sure that only robust offsets are only used once all of our emission reduction opportunities are exhausted. I have one small request. Make the transition easier and therefore faster. I personally scoured the recent home show to try to find somebody, anybody who could talk to me about ground source heat pumps. I finally found apparently the only person, and he promptly talked me out of it. And yet I know that they're growing in popularity in places like New York, so why are we behind on that? Let's lead. As you're saying, we are leaders, let's do it. In contrast, the Enbridge person who came to fix my gas furnace could have replaced it with a brand new gas furnace right away. So when we install a new gas furnace in the home, or especially in a multi-unit building, that takes money out of our carbon budget. And when we replace a gas furnace or any gas appliance with renewable energy, we are putting money into our carbon budget. So really, I feel privileged to live in this great city. I am so grateful to each of you, to your work, your dedication, and to the visionary city staff that are involved in Transform TO.
Thank you.
As the UN Secretary General said, this fight for 1.5 is going to be won or lost on your watch.
Thank you. Questions of the Deputant? Have you, and I will check after your comment, have you had a look at the Better Homes TO website?
Yes.
Okay, and there's not the information that you're talking about on there available for heat pumps?
I couldn't find it for ground source.
Ground source heat pumps,
Yeah.
okay.
Ground source apparently is even more efficient than air source, so I want to exhaust all research on that to see if I can do ground source before looking at air source.
Okay. We will follow up on that and ask about that. The other thing is I know it's been said that we may not have the supply chain ready in Toronto yet and all of that. So in your look, you're not seeing a lot of suppliers, you're not seeing a lot of information around that either? Not
at all. On ground source, I have people put their heads down and say, yeah, I think you should look at air source.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's a big untapped market, and we may, and again, I'll have to go back because I think we had some motions in the past about how we could try to stimulate that economy a little bit. So we'll go back and look through what we have and have that discussion. But thank you. I take that under advisement. That's very helpful. Okay. Any other questions of the Deputant? Councillor Morley.
Just a quick comment on that issue around ground source heat pumps. My understanding is, you may be familiar down on the lakeshore, Humber College is building a brand new building. I believe they've implemented that as part of that new build. So I'll also follow up with Deputy Mayor McKelvey and see if I can gather any information to share on how they have, obviously they're a big institution with lots of money, but it is happening in our own backyard. So
I'm very familiar
it's
with
underway.
Number One, and
Wonderful.
I'm very proud of it.
Great. Awesome. Thank you.